All right, guys, we're back. We're back with Mark, the full-time guy in the Vistabule trailer. Say hi, Mark.
Hi.
We're gonna catch up with him. The last video we did, if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's had tons of views, and it was super funny and informational at the same time. But Mark's back here in Colorado visiting me, and so we're gonna talk about his journeys. So, what's it been like living in the Teardrop full time, or are you in there full time now?
No, now I'm not in it full time.
So you were in there full time for a year, right?
1 year. Yeah.
And now you're there 6 months at a time?
Yeah, because a diesel pusher, 41 foot, had found me.
So
Not looking for it.
So you have a diesel pusher that you stay in for half the year.
It actually stays in a mobile home park in Fort Mojave, Arizona.
And then you leave that thing at home and you take this out for 6 months and go travel.
Yes.
Why don't you go travel in that big luxurious diesel pusher instead of this little tiny bean?
Expense is one. You get 6 miles a gallon versus 20. The places that you can put it, as far as when you camp, you're limited. Some places, the camping lifestyle is different and your living lifestyle is different. Like I've always said, you live out of this, you live in a diesel pusher, and that's kind of like what I'm using it for.
So let's go look at this thing inside, because you're a big guy, and people probably look and say, well, how do you fit in this thing? And how do you live in this full time? And even though technically you're not there full time all months every year, 6 months is a long time to be in there. Get in that thing. Let's see what it looks like. And how tall are you?
I'm 6'1".
6'1", and you slide right in there, and you
problem.
got tons of room in this thing. You got, look at that. Let's see, I could fit in there with you. I'm not that I will, and I don't want to creep anyone out. But I mean, I could fit in there with you too. But that is amazing. You got a gigantic door on there.
Huge table, which is a plus.
You got a bed. Was that a what? Queen size bed? Is that
almost full queen?
Almost full queen size bed there. And I like what you said. So this gets you out of the vestibule. So when you're traveling, you come back to the kitchen galley, and you have to go outside to cook.
Yes.
So you can't stay in there all day. So what's it like? I mean, you get to some place. Are you in there for part of the day? Are you outside? Are you going to see things? What's it like?
A little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So do you ever put that into a couch mode? Because I know it turns into a couch.
Not usually.
All right. So let's go take a peek at what pulls this thing and how that all works.
Somebody just asked me why I bought this. And
Yeah,
it's
why?
Because it's as big as a garage. So when you are smaller downsized, you've got this.
So this is man, there's
2018
a lot of stuff in here, Mark. I mean, you got a full-on shelf here from Costco.
Yeah.
And you get what's this guy do? Does he keep the back end?
He's somebody I've had for a long time, and I travel. He's my traveling buddy.
Does he have a name, or?
Phoenix.
Phoenix is his name there. So what do you keep in the car? You got a lot of stuff in here. You got an awning.
This is my 12 by 12 that goes over the back kitchen if you have bad weather.
Okay.
That gives you an extended room.
Okay. You got some tools underneath there. It looks like
jacks that I've got the wheel to level.
Okay. I see that there.
I've got a table that I set up an outside kitchen.
You could. What's that carpet right there for? Is that
the carpet I use like chair if it's cold out?
Oh, do you? You don't want to get cold, so you got it.
Yeah.
All right. And then another cooler in there. Is that for your hard alcohol?
This is just the drinks. The other thing is
that's
just
for
extra stuff.
Let's see. There's hard. There's a hard alcohol in there.
Of course, it's in there. Along with the 4-bottle bar in there.
And then so it's kind of like a modern station wagon.
Friends welcome, family by invitation only.
Okay. my father would agree with that. Now look, you've upgraded some stuff. You're actually more organized than last time.
I am.
You got a place for everything. You got this little little I don't know, fabric box there.
When I was selling my house,
Bucket.
I had a person give me that. And I'm selling them stuff, and they're giving me stuff.
Now let's look in the front seat. Oh, you see, you still got stuff in the front seat. I thought that'd be cleared up by now. Yeah, don't let it touch and scratch the dash, but you still have stuff in here.
No bird cage.
So,
Got rid of the bird cage.
was there a bird cage up here before?
You don't remember the little divider that had 3 or 4 things, and you thought it was a bird cage?
Oh, I thought
You need to go back and look at that.
I thought you had a pet bird in there. Maybe is maybe what I thought.
Bird's on the
You do have a bird in here. And then here's another stuffed animal here.
He's a bear. He actually goes for my leg for the door.
I gotcha. Well,
He's got
you're
a purpose.
I got to tell you. Well, you've got a little dirt right here. We need to clean up.
There's some dirt in there, but hey, you know.
It looks like you were at the beach somewhere here. This is not
I had a traveler at the.
It's not acceptable, Mark. This needs to. With all the time you have, you think you'd have enough time to vacuum this out. You
But
know.
that's what's cool because those things aren't very important.
Well, it depends who you are. If me,
You have more life to do that.
I'd have the wheelies. I need to. Actually, we'll vacuum that out in the shop in a little while. Right? Get you.
I got the driver's side.
Did you? Well, I am impressed. You have cleaned up that car, and it is fairly organized. Maybe the bears are doing a little bit of the work at night or something. I don't know. But one thing you do, you've always kept the trailer immaculate on the inside. It's always
2
clean.
years ago.
Kind of put that on there, home sweet home.
Somebody was gonna like paint it up and clean it up, and I said no. I want it just.
You want it messed up just like that.
This is still the same. Machete's still there.
Well, what do you do with the machete? I've always wondered.
I haven't even used it. It's just for scare factor. If I come at you like this, would you be scared?
Have you ever had to pull it out on
I've
someone?
never had to use it.
I mean, it's kind of just. I guess you just open the case
But
and it
every
scares
time
someone.
you open this, people go, "Oh look, you got a machete."
I mean, that feels like you're going to go to the Congo and cut
If
down
you need
big.
it, you just never know.
What else do we keep in here? We got a hose,
Electric cords,
and what's this thing is interesting. What's
the
this
little
here?
chocks.
Oh, what are those for?
You never had these for the
No,
trailer?
not tiny. Like those are mini me chocks.
They come with the beginner package.
Dude.
You didn't get the beginner
I didn't get the
package,
beginner
obviously.
package,
I
obviously.
got 2 sets of them.
So
These are awesome.
they're small and they match the teardrop.
Well,
I
that's
guess.
all you need for the teardrop.
So you got about everything you need. I bet you don't ever say.
No, I don't usually have to go and
Is
stop
this
somewhere.
Playboy magazine in here?
That's just for fire building.
Oh, fire building. Okay. Thought it might be Playboy or something.
That's all in there.
That's it.
What would it be doing in here?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, you're telling me too much now. Actually, I don't want to hear all this.
We're gonna be monitored.
All right, so let me go prove to everyone how clean it is. I mean, you have a nice bed, clean in here. Your pillows. I almost like this. Can I have a piece of candy later, Mark? I like
Absolutely.
that. I like your little tray here.
Well,
Another
we
bear.
have
You're a bear fan.
Everywhere.
You got bears everywhere.
And they've been there the whole time.
Have they?
Except for the purple ones new.
Well, you keep it clean, and even the kitchen galley in the back.
Like I said, I don't live in the car, so what's it need to be clean for?
Yeah, I guess so.
There's a bear there too.
There's
See him?
oh my gosh, you got it. Well, this is home sweet home, I guess. Doesn't this fall around back here, or you just
I put it in the
you put it up when
In
you
the
get to a
box. Oh,
place,
yeah.
like it's almost like, hey, I'm here.
just like this when I put the home sign out. That doesn't ride there.
That doesn't stay there either.
No.
Well, I like that's a nice touch. So, you have some more stickers from
did.
last time. Here, come have a seat, Mark.
You're not gonna ask me if you run out of room what you're gonna do? Like I keep getting questions like that.
Yeah, what tell me, what are the major questions people ask you?
Besides my size,
Besides your size.
room,
What are you gonna do when you run out of sticker room?
I'm gonna put them on the doors, and that a lot of people cringe.
Yeah, that would hurt me too.
But it's like, or I can start sticking them on top of each other.
Yeah.
But this is a unique feature that I like. I enjoy.
Yes.
That's 5 years of traveling.
5 years, yeah. No, and you got good memories of that.
Always.
So people ask you, how do you fit in that thing? Where are you going to put more stickers? And what else? Anything else that you get?
Are you going to sell this thing now that you have a diesel pusher?
They think now that you have this luxurious RV that's what you're going to live in.
No, that's my winter home. That's no different than having a cabin in the woods or a house in, everybody has their own styles of comfort. Like I said, it wasn't something I was looking for, but it found me. The price was right, the mileage was right, the color was right. It's moss green. It's like,
you're talking about your diesel pusher that you have, yes.
Pusher.
So that works. That's your home for 6 months.
And I can pull a car with it.
And you can pull a car with it.
But everybody wants to see them all three hooked up together and a picture, which is illegal to drive, but I'm still going to get that.
You're going to do it somewhere.
Yeah.
What's it like being, semi full-time or even full-time in this little thing? Like, what do you do when it rains? Do you stay inside?
Or you go do something.
Do you go do something inside?
You do your laundry, if you're staying with people. I haven't had, and usually if it rains, it's not going to rain 24/7. So it might rain in the morning, but then by the afternoon it's changed.
Yeah.
So, and there are days that you just don't want to climb out and you just stay in there. And that's okay too.
I noticed when I had my teardrop, it's really cozy in there. It's like this special feeling. It just kind of, the trailer wraps around you, and sometimes you just feel good in there.
I did that last night with 2 blankets on.
Again, TMI. I don't need to know all this.
I just turned the heat on. Where's your mind going? I didn't take it.
I know that it's more room than you think, and like you told me earlier, this trailer allows you to get outside and be outside versus inside an RV.
Yeah.
Because
and the awnings have extended that.
And you go to a lot of RV parks, and so this is what I hear, and I should probably ask you if this is true. I hear that these guys in these big trailers and these big RVs, and not that there's anything wrong with those at all, but they tend to stay in those and not get out,
sure.
Not socialize, where this almost forces you to get out, meet people, talk to people, do things. Is that true?
That is true. But that's no different than having a regular sticks and bricks, because you're more apt to go home and because you're comfortable there, it's your space, and that's no different with whatever you're driving.
Now, I notice you're starting to look like Grizzly Adams. You got this beard and this hair. I wish I could have that much hair, but mine doesn't stick to my head. It falls out. This pre-COVID.
Yeah,
so I just thought maybe you wanted to become a gypsy and maybe really take on the whole.
Well, technically, I am a gypsy.
So
I've just got the look to go with
it. Maybe you wanted the look, so subconsciously it came out. Is that what it is?
I'm not sure. And one day I'll wake up and say, I should go get my hair cut, but it hasn't come yet.
Now, we talked about last night, there's this guy on YouTube, Bob Wells, who teaches people to live on the road full time that generally don't have a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
That's not you per se, because you've planned for this in advance, but do you see people out there like that have little money that live on the road? And,
oh, yeah.
And what's their life like? And is...
Well, it's got to be better, because if you're not having a mortgage and you're not going to have the bills and all that kind of stuff, you don't have to make as much as you normally would. So that gives you a lot of freedom in itself. People are going to struggle no matter what price point they're in. And Bob Wells is not just for the poor. There were people in Class A's, there were people it's amazing.
Interesting, good to know.
Because it's just a different lifestyle. You don't have to have the house and the picket fence and all the other stuff. There's other alternatives that aren't bad.
Do you ever get lonely on the road? I mean, you're by yourself. I know you visit people, and you called it last night. You called this Moochdocking. Moochdocking. So, first of all, do you get lonely at all ever?
No.
What do you do if you don't get lonely? But are you more of an introvert, or I don't see you as an introvert?
I don't see myself as an
No.
introvert either. One of the prime examples, I was in a campground and they had wild turkeys. And it was in the morning and I had my trailer and I was leaving. And there were two ladies walking down the road and I had to stop the window and I said, do you believe this? I mean, just taking that 5 minutes of total strangers and making just a small conversation with them. And we all smiled and went on our day. How can you be lonely with stuff like that? Because every day is a new adventure.
Now tell me, what's Moochdocking? That was the first time I heard that term was last night.
Moochdocking, as I describe it, is you're not having to pay. When you get there, before you're even out of the car, they're throwing an electric cord towards you to plug in your trailer.
And you're talking about friends,
I'm talking friends,
family,
people that I meet that invite me.
Like me, would this be Moochdocking?
This would be Moochdocking.
You're Moochdocking for me?
I got is electric cord, but I'm good with it.
I could have gave you a cord. You want a cord? We can run a cord from the shop.
It doesn't always have to include electric.
I could put you inside the shop, but I don't think you'd.
Last night, today I went over for a shower. I mean, that's Moochdocking. And I try not to be a burden on anybody, and it's like. And I've never been, don't you ever come back, you know? I've never had that scenario where it's like, we don't want you ever come back.
I feel bad now. I should have offered you electricity.
It's fine.
But I could have pulled you in the shop.
But
you don't tell me.
Don't do the shop.
So if you were in the shop, why is that bad?
It's just the fact that I like being out. Even like I came to your house last night. Where'd we end up eating?
Outside.
That was awesome.
Yes. So you like to be outside.
It's easier to maintain body temperature because of going in and out, and people live different, have different temperatures and all that. And I'm just more comfortable out.
And you guys, I was your Uber last night because you guys had a bit to drink.
Yeah,
all three of you, you know.
I wouldn't have had anything to drink if I would have drove.
Good thing I was the Uber last night.
It was awesome. I enjoyed that. I think all of us.
You guys are going to drive me to drink, all three of you, after last night.
Nobody will be driving.
So, how old were you when you retired and started this lifestyle? And I asked that because when we first met, you were getting ready to retire, and you bought the Teardrop in advance. You were kind of practicing this retirement thing. How old were you, and what was that like, getting that ready to go?
I was practicing for 3 years before I retired to make sure that it would work and was possible. Because I, like everybody else, like you question what vehicle's best for me now, or whatever the case may be. We all have that. And it's like you say, if you're lonely or you have to have somebody, you have to have a dog or whatever the case may be, that gave me time to say, yeah, I think it could work. And tomorrow it could all change. And obviously with COVID, I stayed a year in a motor coach, but that was a safe, self-contained, and you still had social things, but not like that year. That year got wiped out for everybody, believe me.
You know, I'm thinking as you're talking that if you were retired and at home and living at home, you actually probably meet more people with this lifestyle than if you're retired at home. It just kind of occurred to me that you'd probably be in your house, you'd know your neighbors, you'd do your basic things, where this forces you to kind of go in your outside of your comfort zone. Because last night I picked you up, you didn't know where we're going, I dragged you to my house, you didn't know who was there. We had some visitors there from Brazil, so you got to meet them, and you knew none of this was going to happen. You just kind of
it's organic.
Yes, kind of came and went along with it all.
That's what I like, because, you know, yes, I do plan some things because you just have to, because just the way things are, especially with the camping world now, because it was one of the busiest years that everybody has seen.
Yeah. So, what do you want to be when you grow up, Mark?
Right where I am.
Is this it?
This is it.
This is it. You could do this forever, and you're
As long as I can do
you're
it.
You want to be Grizzly Adams
As long as
and
I can
Moochdocking.
do it.
Is that it?
Well, I'm out in the woods all the time. So and now I'm in the city. So that's what's
Yes.
kind of cool. And I got the trees. And somebody told me yesterday, they're like, you were just up in 9,000 feet. And don't you miss it? I go, look, I got trees right next to the trailer.
Now you're at my warehouse, so let's get a pan shot of this. So we got some Austrian pines here where you're camping. You have a nice shaded area, and over here, and obviously if we pan this way, we got a little field and a parking lot.
And the trains are back there.
And there's a train back there, and you said you like trains, but this is kind of a little nice oasis in the middle of the city to kind of camp out in.
Yeah, nobody bothered me. I had one other camper with me in a semi truck, and he didn't even really probably know I was here until this morning when I said, "You're famous. You're on Facebook."
You know,
and there you go again. I'm talking to strangers and just letting him know that he's on Facebook.
You know, one thing that people said in the last video we did together is they love your laugh.
I know,
it's almost contagious, isn't it?
And I've heard it for 5 days at the rally.
And you laugh a lot. You know, I don't know that I've ever seen someone so happy. Like
every day.
You're kind of like Santa Claus, like jolly and happy. You remind me. And with the beard now,
I was just called Santa
if you can
Claus.
get that beard to go more, I think you got yourself a part-time job. You just got to get the beard a little longer.
But I don't do winter, and kids are okay, but
kids are okay. You know,
nah, it's okay.
You're not a fan of kids, huh?
No, it's fine. But, I don't have to worry about that. So, just like the dog, I love him, pet him, and send him.
And let him go.
It's fine.
Have you met anyone else on the road that full times in a teardrop?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But they've done kind of like the same thing I did, where they'll come in to something that, maybe they've got to do a job for 3 months, or they got to do a job for 6 months. Then they'll have something else, or they'll have a house here. They'll go visit their kids,
right.
The scenarios are always different.
And you don't work anymore part-time at all or anything?
No, because if I did, they'd take my retirement.
And you're just rich, so...
I'm not rich by any means. Just because I have a diesel pusher doesn't make me
well,
rich.
when you say diesel pusher, I think rich, That's...
You think Greyhound bus.
Yeah.
You see a Greyhound bus going down the road, it's me.
And two, these teardrop trailers are not cheap.
They're not, and they're going up and up in price.
What did you say? What did you say they can go up to now?
They can go up to over about $32,000.
$32,000 for a little trailer,
custom built.
Yeah, that's
not off the shelf. Because I just talked to somebody that had a tag, which is a new camp trailer, which is fine. They're beautiful. They're made by Almond.
No, they're no good, are they?
But
come on, tell us. Are they as good as a Vistabule?
She was asking me what I liked about
kidding.
this and that, and I told her, and it's like, yeah, I can see that.
No, if you see one of those other trailers, and I'm with you, there's nothing wrong with them at all. But this thing is like a craftsman built this trailer.
Oh, absolutely. You're picking it up, and right now, as of the rest of the market, they're 20 months out to having one built if you order one.
Now I have a van now. I had a trailer like this, and I have a van now. And every time I try to tell you something good about my van, you tell me it's how the Vistabule is better. I don't know if you consciously do this.
I do. Because you're not over it yet. Even though it's gone and you like the reasons, you miss a lot of what it is, and because you bought one.
Would it make you happy if I bought a Vistabule trailer again?
That's up to you.
It wouldn't affect you at all?
No.
I think it would.
No.
I think you'd be happy.
Now, if you need a challenge, if you need to throw it out there and maybe, so be
all right, here's the challenge.
You always tell me that it doesn't mean that it's forever.
That's right.
I might have another one. So you're already questioning it in your own mind before I even say
it. All right, this is a challenge. If this video gets 1 million views, I will buy a Vistabule trailer.
And you'll just put it in your garage even if you don't
Yes,
use it.
this video, that's it. This video gets 1 million views. I don't care what happens, I will buy another Vistabule trailer. So,
I don't have to do anything though, right?
well, if you
I
want,
already got one. I got a diesel pusher, so I'm good.
if you want me to spend 30 grand, you better push the video. You know, I think that would make you happy. I really do, because then we could.
I don't think you'd be miserable.
No.
And I know your wife wouldn't. 'Cause
She likes the
cried
trailer.
when it
Yes,
ended,
she
So
did.
there.
What's the bad part of being on the road? But there's got to be negative sides to it.
Because you got to go home.
So you're Mr. Positive. You're not.
gotta go home.
You don't have a bad part, huh?
I try not to make it. And if it's going to be bad, it's not going to be bad forever.
Do you ever have a bad day, like where you get a flat tire
You don't
and
feel good. You know, I've had really good luck with my tires on my car, and I haven't had any problems with these ones. Little things, like I had a screw that fell out of my stove, and every time I turned it on, the flame would come through it. And I'm like, am I going to blow myself up or what? You know how we talk about propane
Right.
tanks and stuff. And it had nothing to do with it here. It had vibrated off the top, and the screw was still there.
so
If you have a bad day, it's like,
I think you're answering this in a way of your personality. You're pretty upbeat and happy, but that's good to hear that we can get to where you are in life.
are you wanting the dark side?
No.
Are you wanting the dark
No, but everyone usually has something to complain about. But you're not going
around.
you're not going to give me anything.
Look
You're
around. It's
Mr.
like-
Positive.
I can't really come up with anything like, you know, I might be running out of coffee soon, but then you just go to Walmart and you buy it. I mean, you know,
That's as bad as it gets,
am
huh?
I spending a little bit more money than I should be? But no, I'll worry about it when I get back. It's like, why worry about something you can't control? But you're enjoying the adventure because every day is so different.
Out of all the places you have visited, where would you go back?
You're not going to get a one, but
And why? And tell me why.
because every one of them has a different. This is cool. I would come back and do this again if I had the opportunity. you know?
Is it me you want to come back and
It's a
see,
little
or
bit of
or is it the trees and
If it's got to
the
be
spot?
about you, that's fine. It's fine. We're all kind of like self-centered when it comes to certain things, and that's fine too. So
Well, good. So you don't have a favorite place. You like them all.
I love Havasu. I love Arizona, but that doesn't mean I found a beautiful place in Missouri this trip just by pulling up on Google and saying what RVs are in the area, RV parks or whatever the case. And I pulled into this place, and this lady, she's out to dinner, and I'm just looking around going, I'll wait on you. No big deal, And it had a lake, and it was like a peninsula, and all these, and I'm like, I could stay here for the summer.
Do you have any advice for people wanting to full time it in something small, in some small rig?
It would have.
Does size matter? Is it?
Well, it's a lot of it has to do with, do you want to stand up or you do not want to stand
Okay,
up?
that's
I mean,
good.
That's just normal.
And what is there?
And do you need a bathroom or you don't need a bathroom? You make your own setup.
Do you have a problem of not being able to stand up in that thing?
No, I stand outside.
Okay, so you're outside if you want to stand up.
Yeah.
There. And the bathroom, how do you solve that problem?
Normally, I have what I call a Thunderbox, which is made in Australia, which is a collapsible. It's like the size of here. We should have showed it. We'll show it before we.
Should we go look at it?
Yeah, we will.
Okay.
We'll have to dig it out and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I thought you'd be much more organized than that. You'd know
But
right
most
where
of
it
the
was.
time, like, I think I got a key last night for a rest.
Oh, that's right. Where's my key? You owe me my key. Where?
I'll give it to you. Don't worry. But I've had a bucket, and I've had the lids, I've had all
Yeah.
that. But most of the time, there's facilities, so I'm not really struggling.
Right. All right, let's go take a look at this Thunderbox.
Okay.
From down under.
Down under,
The Thunderbox.
which was a hit at the rally.
Did you show people your Thunderbox? Again, too much information, but I'm okay. Okay, let's take a look at your.
See this?
Let's take a look at your Thunderbox. Oh, look, hey, he is way more organized than I give him credit for. Wow.
This is how thin.
Wow. Okay, Thunderbox.
Back with the size thing.
Yeah.
I don't like the Lowe's bucket.
Yeah.
With the lovable loo.
That's not you, huh? Oh, look,
I had to have this.
Interesting. So it's
had to have
it's
this.
metal. Oh, it got a little topper there, and then the toilet lid.
I had to have this.
And that goes up pretty quick. And then how do you?
You have a lock in the front,
Okay.
so you can either dig a hole, like
Okay, so it can goes
Like
goes
an
right
outhouse, goes
right
straight
into the
through.
ground.
you can put a bucket in it with bags,
Okay.
or you can just use bags.
What do you do? What do you
I've only
prefer?
done once, and I
You
did
know,
the bucket with the
only
bags.
only
It's not
once. Okay.
Personal information.
But now
do you do?
now I'm asking
Yeah, you're back
now
to
you can
doing
tell me that's too much information.
That's okay, but
Yeah.
everybody does this. This is normal.
Everyone goes to the bathroom?
Everybody goes to the bathroom.
I did not know that. I thought some people, when they poop, it comes out in candy wrappers. Is that,
Or Skittles.
or Skittles, yes. That's what I thought.
But I had, and this will actually support over 500 pounds.
Oh, jeez. So
and I
it's,
needed something, and it's very
big.
sturdy, and it's also the same size as your house. So
well, that's a pretty
height.
small house. My house is a little bigger than that.
I'm talking the toilet.
Oh, the toilet, the size of the toilet. I got you. Okay.
Catch up.
All right. Well, I'm glad you came back to visit us again.
I'm glad I'm here.
It's always a joy to see you, and I learned so much, and you kind of make me want to get a Vistabule again, and I'll be forced to if we get 1 million views off this video.
You're forcing yourself.
So I will buy one, even if I don't use it. I will buy. Maybe I'll buy it and give it away.
But you'll use it.
That I probably would use it there. So.
But enjoy what you have. I'm not a firm believer.
All right, here we go.
that you're messing up.
Socrates again.
It's
You're
not
going to
a
give us
fail, as you
some
said.
good stuff here.
It's not a fail.
Enjoy what you have.
It can't be a fail as long as you're enjoying it.
No, that's great. That's great advice, and hopefully people watching this will take some of your experience with him on the road. Now, hopefully people will take your positivity, because that's pretty refreshing also.
And they don't have to do the thumbs down thing. I don't understand
You,
that one.
you don't like that the video.
I don't really care.
You don't like
but
when
you
people
know,
thumbs down a video.
It's like, why are you watching it then? That's
All right.
my thought.
All right, with that, thumbs out, hit the like button, don't hit the thumbs down button, and
But if you have to, that's fine.
and subscribe, and thanks for watching us, and until we see you maybe next year, maybe in 2 years, we'll do it again.
When he's got another vestibule.
That's right, we'll see ya.